What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. So, right off rip, this is not another episode of the Let's Play. It's going to be clearly marked in the title as a Codex episode, which basically, at the end of each episode of the Let's Play, I'm going to go through the journal and look at all the codexes we got. I'm going to read them out, chit-chat about any kind of lore if there's something I want to talk about. Otherwise, it'll just be dry, me reading the lore, and then ending the video. If that's not something you're interested in, lore discussion, or getting to know the codex and the game world a little better, go ahead and click off this video now, and you can just wait until the next episode of the Let's Play. Or if the whole series is already out, just go ahead and skip to the next one in the playlist. They will all be in order. So without further ado, let's look what we got here. So, Duncan. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings, the Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. Like many others, Duncan gave up his family name when he joined the ranks of the Wardens, a symbolic gesture of cutting ties. He might say this was a convenience in his case, however. His mother was from the Anderfells, his father from Tevinter. His childhood was spent in the Free Marches and Olay. His people were everywhere, and his homeland was nowhere. He was given the almost impossible task of leading the Wardens in Ferelden, a kingdom that had thrown the Order out 200 years earlier. Facing local suspicion and hostility, he set about finding recruits. So it's interesting that Duncan's father is from Tevinter. That's the Imperium, which I would imagine, since, they reproduced and had Duncan, that means his father is likely a Magister, or at least a higher-ranking member of society, certainly not a slave. We'll learn a little about why the Wardens were kicked out of Ferelden 200 years ago in this game, actually. We have all the DLC installed, so we'll be playing through Warden's Keep. And I'll get into a little of why this happened and why they got kicked out of Ferelden. Although, to be honest, I think it is ludicrous to kick the Wardens out of your nation. That might not be a current blight, but if there is ever one again, you will need the Grey Wardens. Think what you want about them, but they are, in fact, the last line of defense for humanity, and they are to be respected and certainly kept around, if not respected. Interesting that they say it's the near impossible task. It's kind of like a shitpost from the main Warden Keep. What else we got? Arl Howe. It will be good to ride into battle once more, won't it, old friend? The Arling of Amaranthine winds along the sceniest northeastern coast of Ferelden. The waking sea is known for its temper, and the storms that sweep in from the warmer northern waters are sudden and brutal. These are the lands of Howe. He was born during the occupation, and like many of the nobles at the time, joined Prince Marek's rebels. He fought alongside young Bryce Cousland, future Tern of Highever, and Leonis Bryland, future Arl of Southreach, at the bloody Battle of White River. It was the most catastrophic It was the most catastrophic defeat of the entire occupation, from which only 50 rebel soldiers escaped alive. Although he was decorated for valor by King Marek, Howe's abrasive manners have earned him almost universal dislike amongst his peers. And as we already see from his personality of our brief interaction, he doesn't do himself any favors either. He has a very big air of entitlement and just general sleaziness about him. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy you'd get along with very well at a dinner party, so I totally understand that. But actually next episode we'll get a little more about the how he came to join the rebels and some more history on Arl Howe. Culture and history, Highever. Castle Highever has stood since the Divine Age, when it was not an independent Bannerlord, but merely an outpost of the growing Bannerlord of Amaranthine. In the days before Amaranthine became an Arl in itself, the outpost of Highever was originally held by the Elston family, cousins of the Howes. In the Age of Towers, however, An Conabar Elston was murdered by his wife, Flemeth, thus ending the bloodline. Conabar's captain of the guard, Sareem Cousland, took the land and title. Interesting, we already get a mention of Flemeth here, and Conabar Elston. We'll get more on that story later too. The Couslands declared their independence from Amaranthine, starting a war that lasted 30 years. When the dust settled, Highever was on its own, and in possession of half the land that had once been southwestern Amaranthine. Highever became Eternia during the Black Age, when Hylia Cousland gathered the lords together under her banner to drive the werewolves out of their lands, earning herself the title of Turner almost as an afterthought. Today, Highever is one of the only two remaining Turniers, making the Cousland family second in rank only to the king. from Ferelden folklore and history. So interesting. We are from a really high standard family, second only to the king. So we are basically like the the Kardashians of Ferelden. There's only 2 noble houses left. Interesting. Alright, that seems to be it for the codexes for this episode, so thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys next time with the next episode of Dragon Age Origins. Bye, guys. Take care.